Hi friends, it's Elizabeth Stone. We are here with an invitation, and today I'm going to invite you to join me in learning how to do 5 different chicken recipes. The beauty of these is all 5 use the same chicken base, so it makes it super easy for you. Here we go. Okay, so the thing about this chicken, or these chicken dishes, is that it's very simple. So I'm going to show you this chicken. I have taken these chicken breasts and cut them in half. I've cut them in half lengthwise. So you want to take your whole chicken breast as it thawed out. These are boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and just cut them in half this way, okay? Now, sometimes you don't get breasts this big, it's fine. If it's a smaller breast, it's not a problem. Either way is fine. So I've got several pieces of chicken in here because we're gonna make several dishes. So I'm gonna take some salt and just sprinkle it on these a little bit, and a little pepper, just a little bit of pepper. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put the flour on this plate right here. I'm gonna spread it out a little bit. Okay, and then we're gonna add also a little salt and pepper to this. This is the place where people forget to do this. You really need to salt your proteins because that's where all the flavor comes out. And then what we're gonna do is we are going to take each piece of this chicken, and it doesn't have anything else on it, just salt and pepper, and I'm gonna go right into this flour, oops, and then I'm gonna do it on both sides. I'm just kind of pressing it in so it gets nice and coated, and then I'm gonna set it over here on this pan until we're ready to cook them. In the meantime, I have turned on my cast iron skillet, and I've got it on fairly high. When you're cooking with cast iron, which is what my favorite cooking dish is, especially when you're doing chicken and steaks, you want to get it nice and hot before you cook in it. What I usually do when I'm at home is I put it on for 15 minutes on high. It starts smoking, there's nothing wrong with it, but that's how you're going to get that nice crust sear on the outside of your proteins. Okay, all you folks, all you boys, I have to say this to all the men out there. You take your chicken pan, you put your chicken on the grill, and then you put that cooked chicken right back into that chicken pan where the raw chicken was. You can't do that. It's not good for you. There's bacteria in the chicken. Please don't do that to your wife and your children and your family. Get a clean pan to put your cooked chicken on. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put oil in the pan. This is a canola oil. You can use other kinds of oil, but I like to use a canola oil, so I'm just gonna pour enough in here so we have a nice coating. This is a very large cast iron skillet that looks like a lot of oil, but I just want to make sure we get the whole bottom coated. You can see it's smoking, so it's nice and hot, and I'm just going to go ahead and put these in here. Now here's the other trick about this. A lot of people try to finish the chicken in the skillet, but the best way to do this is put the chicken in, let it get brown on both sides, and then pull it out. And then we're going to put it in the oven to finish. And now I'm gonna get rid of this paper that had the raw chicken on it, so now I can put everything right on that pan. So I just want it to get nice and brown on each side. And then we're gonna pull it out, put it on the pan, and we're gonna put it into a 350-degree oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, now we're ready to turn these over. I'm gonna flip this, look. See, it's got that nice brown sear on the outside. So I'm gonna check the others and see if they're ready. Yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna flip all these over and let them cook on the other side for a few minutes. Okay, I think these are ready, so I'm gonna start to pull them out. Look, they've got a nice coloring on both sides. Yeah, and we're gonna just pull these out. And then we're gonna finish these in the oven. And as soon as I pull these out of the oven in about 15 minutes, we'll be back and we'll show you how to make 5 different dishes with these same chicken breasts. Okay, so the chicken is in the oven. And now, when we started, I told you we were gonna make 5 different recipes. So we are gonna make 5 different recipes. The chicken is the same on every recipe. The only difference is the sauce. So the first one I'm gonna do is chicken scallopini. Chicken scallopini is traditionally a lemon butter sauce. So I'm gonna take some butter, just a little butter, but not all of that. But you know, as I always say, can't really have too much butter. So I'm gonna put, that's about a stick, maybe a stick and a half of butter that I put in there. And I'm just gonna let it brown. I'm gonna let it melt first, and then I want it to brown lightly. I do not wanna make brown butter. I don't wanna make burned butter, all of which you can do. I just really want this to get nice and melty. Just takes a second, and while that's finishing, I've got a half of a lemon that I'm going to squeeze in here. So we have this lemon butter sauce, and ooh, doesn't that look yummy? Sure smells good. Butter is wonderful. You can already, when you can smell it starting to change. So when it has a sort of a toasted aroma to it, when it starts to brown slightly, and we're just gonna stir it and get that lemon juice stirred right in there. And now what you see is happening is we get this little foam on the top. So that means the boiling point is coming, and I'm gonna stop it before it gets really, really hot and starts to burn. But this looks like it's right, and it's just slightly changed colors, which is exactly what I wanted. All right, now I'm gonna turn that off. So that's one. So when the chicken comes out, we're gonna use that and put it on top of it. We'll garnish it with a little lemon. The second one that I'm going to do is one of my favorite ones, because this was actually my daddy's recipe. It's called chicken a la stone. And the original recipe was called veal a la stone. And there used to be a restaurant in Houston called Rudy's. It was owned by a friend of my daddy's. And they wanted to put something on the menu that was named after my daddy. So my daddy said to the chef, I like veal made this way. And they made it, and after that, they called it veal a la stone. So now I'm gonna explain that to you. So what veal a la stone is, it starts with a roux-based sauce. So this is a light roux, and you can check out another video to learn how to make different roux. So this is what I call a white roux. It's finished with a little bit of white pepper, sherry, that's the key to this, and white wine, okay? So that's that. And then it gets some sauteed mushrooms added into it. It also has a little bit of lemon juice that I'm gonna squeeze in. And then it has artichoke hearts. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So I'm gonna put all that together. We're gonna mix that up, and then this is nice and warm right now, but before you put it on top of your chicken, you wanna make sure it's nice and hot. So that's number 2. All right, the third one is chicken piccata. So chicken piccata, again, is a white roux-based sauce made with milk, and then it has lemon juice that's already been in here, capers, you can see the capers in here, and a little bit of garlic powder, okay? The garlic powder is already in there. So this one's ready to go. These can all be made ahead of time. All right, now see, I just wanna make sure you all understand these are all so easy and all made. All 4 of these last sauces all have the very same base. They're a roux-based sauce. Now this one is the Florentine. Again, it's a white roux with milk in it. We've added a little garlic powder into this to give it a little flavor. And then I have some sauteed spinach here. This is just frozen spinach that we've sauteed. You can use fresh spinach if you want to, and wilt it a little bit, and you'll see what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put that under the chicken breast. We'll put the sauce on top of it. And then the last one is also a roux-based sauce, but this is a brown roux. So you're gonna go ahead and make your roux a little bit darker, and this is a marsala sauce. So instead of the milk, we're gonna add beef broth to this, and then it gets some marsala wine. And it is just, this is my favorite of all. And then we're gonna add some sauteed mushrooms into it. You don't have to do the mushrooms, but it really gives it a beautiful flavor with that marsala wine and the mushrooms. They blend so well together. Okay, I'm gonna go check on the chicken and we're gonna come back and plate all these. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna plate the chicken. So you can see I've got 5 pieces of chicken, 1 on each plate, and I'm gonna make 5 different preparations. The first one is the chicken scallopini. I've just got the nice lemon butter that we made, and I'm gonna go ahead and pour it right on top of there, and we'll let some of it go on the plate. And one of the things I like to do when it's going on the plate, let's just move it around a little bit so it covers the whole plate. That makes it so pretty. You get that nice yellow color. I'm gonna garnish it with 2 pieces of lemon, just like that, and a little bit of chives. Very simple, yummy. All right, number 2 that we're doing is the chicken a la stone that we talked about. That was my daddy's recipe. So this is our lemon artichoke cream sauce that has sherry and white wine in it. So I'm gonna spoon this on top here. And again, I'm gonna get a little bit of the sauce on the side and let it kind of drizzle and make sure that we can see those artichoke hearts. And if you get a little messy like I just did, you can just go ahead and, you know, clean it up just slightly with a towel or with a paper towel. Either one works. And again, I'm gonna finish this now with some chives. The thing about chicken is it's brown and the sauces are white, so you always wanna come back with a little color to make them look pretty. All right, so then the next one we have is the piccata. So this is the chicken piccata, and this is again the white wine cream sauce that has capers in it. And so on this one, I'm gonna do it a little different. I'm gonna come down and put the sauce on the plate so it covers the plate a little bit. And I'm gonna sit the chicken on top of that so that the sauce is underneath it. Then I'm gonna put 2 pieces of lemon on top. And that makes for a very beautiful presentation as well. So that one's gonna go there. Then we're going to do the Florentine. So Florentine is with spinach. So I'm gonna take this spinach that we've wilted, and I'm actually gonna put it again underneath the chicken. So I'm gonna spread it on the plate like that. And I'm gonna take a little bit of our cream sauce that we made and put it just on top of that, just enough to kind of cover it. Now, if you want, you can mix the spinach into the cream sauce. That would be fine to do that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put the chicken breast on top of it. And what's pretty about this is you get that green undercoating on the plate. It makes it beautiful. And then we're gonna come back with a little sauce or a lot of sauce right on top. And then I'm gonna finish this with some chives. And I meant to do a lemon from this plate, so I'm gonna steal a lemon from this plate, and we're gonna do a little bit of lemon right on top there, so that makes that look pretty. And then last but not least, we have our marsala. So this is a mushroom brown sauce, and I am going to do this one again. I'm gonna do it on the plate. I'm gonna start with some on the plate. And this one I like to cover the entire plate with. Of course, if you're using a large plate, you may not want to do that, but this is a small plate, so it looks pretty. And then I'm going to clean the plate. So we've got nice sauce there, chicken breast on top, a little sauce on the top with some mushrooms. Now, again, we've got a brown plate, so you want to make sure that whatever you're serving with this is colorful, such as your vegetables are colorful, your rice is colorful. You could use a yellow rice. I'm gonna garnish this with some fresh thyme. I'm just gonna put that right on top of there, and then I'm gonna put a little chives right around the edge so you get a little color. So now, as you can see, very quickly, we have just made 5 different recipes using the same chicken breast and different variations of the same sauce. Friends, thank you for joining me today to make these amazing chicken dishes. I hope you all enjoy them at home. Remember that we are here to help you make entertaining easy. Always have fun, always make it easy, but most importantly, enjoy the experience. Until next time, cheers.